is welcome is what?
There's the split feet on there.
Oh,
I
that's tricky.
recognize things that we've talked about and done.
Great, great. Is welcome is what?
There's the split feet on there.
Oh, that,
I
sorry
recognize
guys. Let me
things
mute
that we've
that and
talked
then we'll
about and done.
start. There we go. Okay. All right. Excellent. So welcome everybody. I'm gonna make the screen bigger for a moment on me. All right. So welcome. I did a video of this rim, I don't know, a while ago now. I haven't had a chance to get back to it, but people are asking to demo it more slowly. I had a kind of like a sped up one going. And so I found this rim out on, I don't know, YouTube or Pinterest or somewhere out there in the land. And it was very different because it starts with 3 strands and then you weave those all the way around. And there were a lot of comments. People said, well, does it fall off because it's not hooked on? And you'll see that in a minute. Um, and my answer is no, as long as you do it nice and tight. Now, I've done a couple of these. I don't have any more. I've actually given them to people. But I've done a couple. I did one that got into the burn pile because it was too loose and it did come up off of the spokes. So I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm honest with you guys. I'm not always perfect. So it's one of the things when I show you, we'll talk about, we want to keep it nice and tight. And then I will get a pattern out there for this basket. But basically I did just a little round reed basket, but I have 3 double spokes that we're going to use for this. So these were woven. I did this basket. I started with double spokes, and then partway through, let's see if you can see up close. Partway through, I added in more spokes, and so anyway, so this is it's just a cute little basket, and I'll get a pattern out there for you guys to see it. But I didn't want to go through the whole thing today because I really wanted to focus on the rim because people have been asking about the rim. But this is what our starting point is: 3 long weavers or 3 long spokes that will become our rim. Okay.
Were those added after you wove the basket?
No, they were added
Part
right at
of
the
it.
beginning. So we
Okay.
had a bunch of short ones. So the start
Yeah.
was like a bunch. It was let me think. 5. I did 5. Yeah. Let me just recount here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I did 6 short ones going across,
Hmm.
and then 2 short ones going the other way, and 3 long ones. So basically 5 and 6. But on the
Hmm.
5, it was 3 pieces, and then you weave around. Blah, 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 blah. I'll just kind of talk real quick about this. You weave around, and then when I was at about 2 3/4 inches, I added in spokes along each of the spokes. So for the long ones, I added long ones to them, and for the short ones, I added one on each side, so
Got it.
that there were always 2, except
Hmm.
for one of the except for one of them, because I wanted to keep it an odd number so you could keep weaving around. And then I wove it out to about, I think, 3.5 inches. Yeah, so about 3.5 inches across. And then I started coming up. And it's up about, I think, maybe 3/4 of an inch. Yeah, about 3. This one, about 3/4 of an inch. This one I made a little bit bigger when I was just playing. So it really doesn't matter. You just need to figure out. Yeah. I also tried one where I just wove around reed basket and then I stuck in 3 long ones.
Hmm.
And that works as long as you get them stuck in really well. And you'll see when we start why I say that. Okay. So I am going to switch cameras. Bim, ba-doom. There we go. Gonna bring this over here. Okay.
Your fancy fingernails.
Thank you. I had sunflowers from when I did my hoot box. We had a sunflower snuggle basket. So I had sunflowers too for when I taught that. Okay, so we have three pieces. So the beginning's a little bit tricky. I think it's the hardest part. And then once we get going, it's really easy. But we're going to take the one that's on the left and we're going to bend it in front of the one next to it. And then I'm just going to hold it down so it's kind of down in front of the second one. So it's over in front of the one and I'm kind of holding it down in by this one. That's kind of the angle that we want. We're going to take the next one that's standing to the left and make sure these are wet. I did wet mine before I started. And we're going to do the same thing. It's going to go in front of that one and it's going to come down kind of in front of the spoke if it was standing up big. All right. Here's the tricky part. When we finish the basket, we're going to come around. We're going to need to go in this space and we're going to need to go in this space. So let me just bring up nice and close. Right? So when we finish, when we come all the way around, we'll need to go in this space and we need to go in this space. So we need to make sure that we're keeping them open, that we don't pull it too tight like that. Okay. All right. So let me talk about the weave and then we're going to talk about keeping those in shape. So the one that's on the left is going to go under the one on the right. And I'm going to just keep my thumb here to kind of hold this. And then it's going to come up and go behind this next spoke. So let me show you that. And this is what I said was the tricky spot. Okay. So see how it wants to kind of jump up there. So we want to make sure we know how much we need to keep there for this first one, because it's kind of doing this little reverse S. Okay, so we want it to be about like that. It's going to come down about 2 rows on the round reed. So we want to kind of keep that. And then again, remember, we want to make sure we can get in this space and in this space. So because I want to hold all that, keep all that boom, boom, I'm going to put a clip. Let me see. Maybe right. Keep that down. Try to put a clip right in this space. Yeah, maybe. There we go. So I'm just kind of putting a clip there to kind of hold so that we've got enough. Let me take it off again so you guys can see. It needs to be about like that. Yeah. So I said this first part's a little tricky. I just want to make sure I talk about all of the different things. So we're making like a reverse S. This loop is going to be our top of our rim. And this one is going to be down about 2 rows. Not really close, 2 rows on the basket. Let me try holding it over there. Let's do that. Okay. All right, so I'm going to let that stay there. So now this was the one that was down. This was the one we tucked behind here. So the way this weave goes is you take this one that was on the left down here under this one and behind the next spoke. So it's gonna be right behind. Show you that, right? And then the one that's standing up, we're gonna pull in front of that spoke. So basically we're weaving one piece on the back of the spoke and one piece on the front of the spoke. All right. So that is going to be, that's how we're going to weave it. So I'm going to take again, I'm going to kind of, the one on the left comes underneath this one, comes up and it goes behind the next spoke. Okay. I'm just looking, this is our first one. We don't want to pull this one too tight because again, we want to be able to get into those first two holes. Okay. All right, so we've got one behind, the one that's standing up is going to come down in front. So now this spoke is trapped by the one in back and the one in front. And that's it. We're going to just keep going that way. So the one on the left comes under, goes behind that next spoke. The one that's already up comes in front of that spoke. And this is what I was talking about. You have to keep it really tight so that it's gripping those spokes and isn't going to lift off. All right, so the one on the left comes under, goes behind the next spoke. The one that was up comes down in front. Let me just show that. Okay, so we're going to keep going. So underneath, up behind that next spoke, the one that was up comes in front. And I'm using 2 pieces of reed, so I'm just trying to keep them smooth and together. So underneath, behind that next spoke, the one that was up comes in front. So I'll speed up a little bit here. So we can get all the way around. And I'm really, as I'm, especially the ones I'm pulling down, I'm trying to keep them really snug. So behind, in front. Taking that next one, just don't twist. There we go. Boom, boom, boom. Grab that one. Boom and boom. So it's not hard once you get going. And not twisting anybody. And this guy comes in front. That guy behind. Front. This guy behind. These spokes are about a 1/4 inch. The shorter one is about a 1/4 inch, and then I cut them on an angle. That was how I saw the video that I saw that did it. So I can't tell you why they cut them on an angle. Can you see that?
Mhm.
I'm not sure the reason. Whoops. There we go. All right. That guy goes there. And that guy comes down. So I'm really pulling them tight so that they are really snug against these guys. If you don't keep it snug, it will pop off. I'll just tell you that. And it's very interesting to me that they stay when they're nice and snug. All right, almost around here. Okay, so we're back to where that first one is. So it's coming in front of this one, and it's just going to lay behind that one, just like we've been doing. This one comes down and locks it into that first one. All right, so now we're going to come under it like we've been doing. And let me take my little clip off here. And let me just trim those a little bit so you guys can see. Okay, so it came under this one, going in front of this one, and it's got to be behind that one. So I'm just gonna feed it in there. So it's going, I'm gonna shorten them up. So, and if you're doing this and your reed gets dry, you can take a little water on your hand or use a spray bottle, but you want to keep them so they're flexible. So again, so I've gone under this one, it goes in front of this one, and it needs to go behind here. So we're gonna go in front of this one and we're just gonna stick it in that first hole. All right. Okay, so now down here. Here's our first one, and this is the ending is a little tricky too. That behind there. So here's our next space that we're going to go into. Get that out of the way here. So when we were doing this, it would have gone under this one. So let me just show this. Okay. So we're going to take it and we're going to come. I'm going to do this one at a time. We would have been under this one. Guys both there. All right. Got our little braid going around here. So we went under this one, and it's got to tuck behind this third one, which was our long one. So we're going to go into that space and tuck behind. We're just going to go in that space. All right. One at a time. That space. Get it in there. All right. And then I'm just gonna go around and make sure everybody is laying flat and down. Oh,
That's
and
pretty cool.
pretty cool. And I just realized, I did a different pattern.
Yeah. Yes, but it looks nice.
It does look nice, but it's a different pattern. Well, let me look here. What did I do wrong? Down and front and back. Down and front and back. Well, this is
It's tighter. It's tighter. It's cute though.
it is cute. Okay, well, all right, you guys, I will do a separate video to do the little braided one then. Silly me. What did I do wrong? Boy, I got in and I just got in a flow and it was going.
It sort of looks like a rolled border.
It does.
Mm-hmm.
And then let me just kind of, yeah. So I'm putting a little bit, as long as you keep it tight, it's going to stay on there. Now, well, let me just finish this one. All right. And then you just, these guys you can just trim. Now, if you don't like to leave ends sticking out, you can always, fold them and tuck them into alongside a spoke. But for these little baskets, I think that's just fine. And then I go through and I look, and if any of them are too tall, because I did cut them on an angle, you can kind of just go through and just snip them so they're even. Don't cut them too short, right? You don't want them to definitely to fall off, but if any of them are sticking up a little bit. I said I made these just about the short one, just about a 1/4 inch. All right, so what did I do wrong? So let me just think for a second here. We came in front, behind. All right.
You went
I'm gonna have
under it. That bottom one you went under it. when you
Yep, I
came
went
with the
under it instead of over it.
instead of going over it. Yeah. But they're both nice.
Well, there we go. We have two little styles. I will do another video with this one then, and I will post it on my YouTube channel. So we'll call this one a little three-strand rolled, and we'll call this one the three-strand braid. Oh my goodness. Silly, silly me. Oh well, that's what we're gonna do for today. I'll have to do another little basket so I can re-show that. Let me come back over here. Sorry about that, guys.
Okay.
I am human. But anyway, if you don't subscribe to my YouTube channel, make sure you do so you can see the actual braided one. And then I will do that. I'll make another little basket here in a bit, and then I will do the braided one. Oh my. All right. Anyway, so
Good.
any show
You're
and
good.
tell?
You're good. I've got my little Eric Taylor miniature baskets. I thought I might share those.
Yeah, let me see. Okay, I
There's
got you
a
up.
few there's
Ready?
a few more than I thought there were when I took them off my little tree. This one and this one are
Oh,
similar,
very
as
cute.
is this one
Oh, and that one's a little more oval.
a little bit. Yeah. Then he has this kind of basket.
What are those called with that kind of a handle?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't remember, but
Okay.
it's got a little wooden base on it.
He
This
does
is like
such beautiful woodwork,
he does.
besides the baskets, I should say.
This I know this is a wine basket. I remember
Look
that
how
part.
cute.
And this is a little desk basket. I love the little insert in the center of it. This is his little tool basket.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. These are all ones that he does the big ones of.
Yes.
And I think that I've done all of them. I think, unless he's gotten some more.
Something new. Yeah. He
Yeah,
does come up with new stuff.
he does that to me.
Who is that?
Anyhow, that's all I have.
Who is it? Sorry, what was the question, Denise?
Who is that? Who's the artist?
It's Eric Taylor Basketry. He's in McMinnville, Tennessee. He does workshops at his in his studio that last like 4 to 5 days. We go for 4 days, and you have to look at his website to see his work. It's phenomenal, I think. But
Yeah.
it's all ash, black ash, and
Wow.
and cherry.
Yeah, and it's beautiful. And I don't know if you've had a chance to work with any ash, black ash, Denise, but it is
No.
wonderful to work with. Absolutely wonderful. And then Eric, yeah, he does workshops. He's not teaching much at convention anymore, is he, Judy?
Not much. I think he was at North Carolina this spring, and it seems to me like I read something where that was gonna he was cutting back, and I
Yeah.
I don't know that, but we go in November for I think it's the first week in November that we go. He's
Okay.
But anyhow, they can
Yes.
they can look at Eric Taylor Basketry.
Yes. And please do. His work is beautiful. He does all his own woodwork and
Mhm.
so the bases and the rims and the handles or inserts, and they are gorgeous.
Wow.
Okay. So, all right. Denise, anything for show and tell besides
No,
your
just
first basket?
shared my first
I
basket that
love
I
that.
finally found. So, yeah.
Good.
What are the feet called on the little split
Chicken feet.
chicken feet? I should know that. Okay.
Yeah, and that's another way that you can do them. Sometimes you can do them to the inside of the basket, and sometimes you can do them to the bottom of the basket.
I like to do them to the bottom because
It
when you do them to the inside, the the edge of the basket looks really wonky, I think.
You can
Yeah.
get a little bit of space in there when you do them
You
to the
do.
inside.
You
When you
do.
do them
I like them to go
to the bottom, yeah, it's another way.
to the bottom.
So
I have no idea who the lady was that came and taught the basketry.
mhm.
It was done at a like a VOTEC at a high school up where we used to live,
Yeah,
and they brought a lady in and she taught for 2 weekends. We went for 2 days, and yeah, I thought she was from like Indiana, Ohio, or some place in that area, but I am not sure.
right.
But
Well, you did good and it got
thanks.
you the bug.
Yeah, I did.
Which I love. I love, I love, I love. Let's see, what do I have to show? I will show. So in my subscription in the Hoot Basket Gift Club, I always like to have people learn new things. And so we're going back in time and we're going to an old style basket, which is a doorknob basket. So traditionally they're done all in natural and then stained. But for our club, we're doing a little twist. We're adding a little bit of color. So it gives us a little square block in the front and in the back up in here, and then a couple on the side. So this is
It's
our
pretty. It's pretty.
next doorknob basket for our hoot club. So
Can't
Tell
wait.
tell me behind you there what your round reed is hooked up in.
it
What is
is,
that?
yeah, it is one down that's not got anything on it.
I've wrestled round reed with this wine cork basket till it's about driven me crazy.
Up here. This is what you're talking about?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I have these straps and they have Velcro on them and little loops. So you wrap it around the reed and then stick it to itself.
Oh my gosh.
And then the reed stands here. So it's a reed holder.
Right. What do you hang it on?
Um, I
Over
have
a door?
yeah, I have some, I don't know if you can see
Oh,
them.
okay.
I have some hooks up here.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, just
Wow.
hang it
I like
on
that.
those.
I got
And
lots of that
so
stuff.
it's like having that third hand, Judy.
Yes. Yes. I agree. I agree.
So get that. Yeah, they're great. I don't know what they're called other than reed holders.
Yeah.
So, but they're good for when you're working on stuff or as you
Well,
know.
we'll get that figured out. I need to do that.
Yeah, so you just need something to hang it off of. So
Round reed is crazy.
it is. And I've been working on some little kits. Oh, I can show you guys that. I don't think I showed you that. Um, haven't really advertised these. I just put them on my website. It was one of the specials my Hoot members are getting from July. If they order another kit, they get this kit to do these little mini ones. So it's called the road trip is the
Mhm.
set. But anyway, so there's just a little one with a very simple rim to learn that simple rim. And then a medium one that has a little different rim and a handle. So can learn how to do that. And then the little bigger one that has kind of a, I don't know, a little more complex rolled rim. But the comes with all three. They sit inside each other. Looking cute.
It's
Um,
cute.
so So my new little mini kit called the road trip. A round trip, sorry, round trip. Like a road trip, but it's a round trip. Are you going round trip with round read?
I get you. Okay.
So that's that. And I'm trying to think if I have anything else new. I don't think I have anything else new today. So, all right,
Thank you very much.
you're welcome. And I will redo another YouTube video with the, oops, with the correct braid rim on it. Silly me. All right, I gotta look at it again. And then I've done like a bunch of these, and then I think I just had my brain went on vacation today.
Good. It's
And we
creative.
got another rim. That's it.
That's exactly it. That may be your most favorite one
Yeah,
too.
it might be.
Thank
All right,
you.
you guys. Well, have a good
Thank
afternoon. I
you.
will see you guys next week. Have a
Bye-bye.
fantastic